What is going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. Hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I thought I would give you a quick news hit as Masai Ujiri did address the speculation about Nick Nurse possibly leaving the Toronto Raptors. How did we even come to this point? Well, during the playoffs, yes, the Raptors are like the only team that has to worry about free agency, their coach leaving, and their GM leaving during an actual playoff series. But during the playoffs, there was a lot of speculation that the Lakers were going to pursue Nick Nurse after they fired Frank Vogel. And a lot of people internally, Raptors fans, thought to themselves, like, this is just ludicrous. This is stupid. There's no way this is going to happen. But of course, Lakers fans, they held to the hope, the slim hope that there would be a chance that their Lakers could pull this off and get one of the best coaches in the NBA today in Nick Nurse. Well, sorry to burst your bubble, Lakers fans, but Masai Ujiri officially put an end to all of that with one of the best quotes you will ever hear and read. This is what Masai Ujiri had to say about all of the speculation going on after he was asked about it. And I quote, "I dream like they dream. I want Messi. I want Ronaldo. I want Kobe Bryant. So they can keep dreaming. I dream too." That is hilarious. I mean, if you're ever going to shut down speculation, you do it like a boss, and that's exactly what Masai Ujiri did. I never did a video reacting to the initial report that suggested that the Lakers could be one of the front runners to get Nurse, but the reason being is because I thought it was a whole bunch of BS. Why on earth would Nick Nurse leave a perfectly good situation in Toronto to deal with that mess over in LA? A team that has aging players. They got LeBron James, who probably has 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Anthony Davis, who knows what's going to happen with his future there. The Lakers are an absolute mess. So again, why would Nick Nurse want to leave a perfectly great situation in Toronto to deal with whatever the hell's going on over there? It's a non-story. It always was. And I'm glad Masai Ujiri said what he said, which right now has turned into a viral clip, a viral quote all over social media. Nick Nurse did say on Monday that his focus was on coaching Toronto. And a few days after the Raptors season ended in a Game 6 loss to Philly in the opening round of the playoffs, he and Ujiri were already back to work on next season. They have done so much great things together, and I think both of them have a lot of respect for the other in terms of what they've been able to accomplish here in Toronto. So besides all that, I want to just go through a couple other quotes that Ujiri did speak of in a press conference today. And we're first going to start with Masai Ujiri talking about the different cast of characters on this team, from guys like Fred VanVleet to Scotty Barnes. And Ujiri said this: there's nothing else. There's only winning. We can only hold hands, hug, wear masks, do whatever we want. Okay, winning. Empty stadium, full stadium, winning. That's the kind of players we want to bring. He also went on to say, yeah, playoffs is good, but we win big, win a championship. That's what we want. When we interviewed Scotty, he mentioned winning 100 times. I just met with Freddie a couple days ago, and it's winning. Win, win, win. It comes out of their mouths all the time. That's great to hear. And then another thing Ujiri touched on was Pascal Siakam, and a question about his growth as an all-star nearly brought Ujiri to tears, as Siakam didn't play well in the bubble in 2020 and was attacked on social media for it. This is what Ujiri had to say about that. It's a touchy one, because what that guy went through, Ujiri said, I'm so proud of him. Watching his press conference the other day, yeah, I want that guy on my team. I want that kind of fighter on my team. You saw what people called him, racist, all the things that were said about the guy because of basketball, because of sports. Yeah, he gets paid, but he's also a human being. And he withstood it. To see him on that stage, fight and fight, that's who we want to go to war with. Incredibly proud of Pascal. The 6'7" Siakam obviously had one of his best seasons. He averaged 22.8 points and a career-high 8.5 rebounds and 5.3 assists a night, and anchored a roster that was small by league standards. And an interesting thing that Ujiri did touch on was, of course, the small roster, mainly of 6'9" players, that this Raptors team had out all season long. But Masai Ujiri was quick to point to the Golden State Warriors, who've been winning year in and year out with a roster of 6'4" to 6'5" players. And this is what Ujiri had to say. But before we get into that quote, I do quickly want to mention that today's video sponsor is Manscaped. And summer is coming. The sun is shining, shirts are off, and your balls are smooth. You heard that right. Your friends at Manscaped are here to make sure your beach balls are as smooth as the Floridian sand. In summer, you want to kill some cold beers and barbecues, not kill the vibe with pubes peeking out of your swim trunks. That's why Manscaped has their Performance Package 4.0 to keep the party in your pants looking crisp and refreshing all summer long. Dive headfirst into summer by joining the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped, and get ready for Hawkeye summer by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with my promo code LUCA3. The Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to prepare that summer bod. Inside the package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. So get 20% off plus free shipping with my promo code LUCA3 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with my promo code LUCA3 at manscaped.com. This is the summer to turn your package into the full package with Manscaped. Ujiri said, in my opinion, you have to choose the way you want to play in the NBA. But it doesn't mean that we can't find bigs that fit how we play. And if we find those bigs that fit how we play 100%, we are going to try to get them. There's no discrimination here. We're trying to win, and we're trying to rim protect as much as we can. And I found this quote interesting, guys, because obviously the Raptors need a big. They need an athletic center that can go to war with guys like Embiid. As we saw, Ken Birch got absolutely toasted inside by Embiid. So Ujiri's a smart man. He sees what we all see. The Raptors are going to have to go out and get a big man along with some other key needs on this team. Like I said in my previous video, a backup point guard and some 3-and-D type shooters to really add to the collection of talent on this team. So expect Masai Ujiri to be very, very active this offseason if he can and if opportunities present itself. The last thing I want to talk about here is Canadian talent. So the Raptors obviously have 3 Canadians on the roster. Chris Boucher, who in all likelihood could be on his way out. Ken Birch, he could be on his way out too. And Delano Banton, the first ever Canadian drafted by Toronto. And Ujiri was asked about the continued interest in Canadian players, and he said this: you can't project the kind of players that are going to come out of this country just from our championship year alone. I look at my 5-year-old son, who I put immense pressure on every day, he said jokingly. He's looking at all this stuff and going, wow, there's noise every day in the basement, breaking stuff. I know that is happening in millions of households. It's coming. I hope you can keep me here for when it's really right, because even the Canadians in the league everywhere, the game is going global. And Shaden Sharp of London, Ontario is actually a projected top 5 draft pick this year, but unfortunately the Raptors will have no shot at drafting him because the only Raptors pick is number 33. So that is basically all I wanted to talk about in today's video. This is just going to be a quick news style video. The biggest takeaway is Masai Ujiri hilariously shutting down all of the rumors that suggested that the Lakers could get Nick Nurse. That ain't happening. I also like what Masai said about being on the lookout for a big if it's there. We're going to see what this offseason has in store. I dropped a video the other day outlining what the Raptors need the most. Obviously, at the top of that list was a superstar type player. Those are hard to come by. So let's see if Masai Ujiri does have his eye on a big prize potentially. We'll see if any big moves are done, or we'll see if he trusts the group of players here and if he just tries to add to them by adding a big or a couple of shooters. So Masai Ujiri's in charge. Nick Nurse ain't going anywhere. We'll see how this Raptors team improves their roster as we go along here after the NBA playoffs conclude. But as for me, that is it. This is Luca Rosano signing off. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again in the next video.